What we have here is a blue stretch cap. In the blue stretch cap are specific sensors, and they're taking the electrical activity of the brain. What we see on the screen is the ongoing electrical activity. This line is what's happening right now. And now these big peaks here are when he blinks. Can you blink, Shane? There we go, thank you. So this is the left front, this is the right front, and these are the ones in between. Now, we're seeing his brain in Technicolor, but his brain's not really functioning in Technicolor. But here we have a brain laughing. So what we'll do is we'll bring up one sensor, and we'll just look at this. We'll first bring up one sensor in the front, and we'll have him sit with eyes open, eyes closed, so you can get a feeling for how the brain waves are changing. Then we'll have him meditate, and you can just see the difference then. Now this is what the brain looks like when you're looking out at 1,200 people looking at you. The brain is very active, it's processing all these shapes, people, etc., the lights. And so you see this very fast activity here. This is 1 second, so this is about a 20 cycles per second wave. It's called beta activity. And this is what happens when the brain is actually processing. Many different parts of the brain are working very quickly, but they're not in coordination, so they don't line up. Let's get a second channel here. This channel will be in the back. And now, Shane, you can close your eyes. Now noticing this very rhythmical activity, it's primarily in the back here. See this? This is called alpha activity. The back part of your brain is your visual center. Everything falling on your eyes streams to the back, and it just gets it completely revved up and is processing it. Lights, colors, movement, edges. You close your eyes and that part of the brain can rest. And so this is resting rhythm of the cortex. This is the brain which is a restful but awake. Restful alertness, pure wakefulness. Now Shane has been meditating since he was 5. Typically when people just close their eyes, you don't see alpha activity in the front as we do with Shane. This is remember what the front is? CEO, thank you very much. Very gratifying when you pick up the main points. This is the CEO. The CEO is always working, even when your eyes are closed. Self-talk, planning, analysis, it's always going on. This typically doesn't rest. This is the mental chatter that goes on in your brain. During the process of transcending, we see more of this in the front of the brain as well. Now, seeing this in a person just sitting with eyes closed is something that happens when someone has been meditating for a long time. And that is the pattern of meditation begins to be more a natural part of how their brain functions. Total brain functioning, and that experience which Mr. Lynch, Dr. Hagelin have been describing of wakefulness, of bliss, of unboundedness, of self-sufficiency, of energy, all of that becomes available for whatever you're doing. Okay, so now we'll ask Shane to begin transcendental meditation. And what we see here is quite remarkable. You don't typically see this. If there's any EEG people in the audience, I'm sure you're saying, where is that coming from? This very high amplitude alpha activity in the front of the brain. And notice how it's tracking what's in the back of the brain. See, it's going up and down here, and the same way it's going up and down in the back, here as well. The whole brain is as if coming into sync, into single unity of functioning, total brain functioning. And this is underlying that experience of wakefulness, of alertness. And notice also how it's seen throughout this whole record, this whole 8 seconds. This is the experience, this is the brain state that's happening when you meditate. Okay, we'll let Shane meditate for a few minutes more, and then we'll go on. Now you notice this cycling here. There's much more of this global alpha. Here it goes away, here it comes back again. The whole process is very dynamic, where the mind's settling down, coming back out, settling down. You become very familiar with that whole level of life. So now what we do is we'll ask Shane to stop meditating, sit easily for a minute or so, and then open his eyes. So the point I hoped you could see is that with TM practice, something is happening quite remarkable. That part of the brain which typically is always active, where we always have this very fast activity, as we see now as Shane's coming out of meditation, it can be restful, it can be alert. The whole brain can be functioning as one, total brain functioning. And since you're constantly creating and recreating your brain circuits, this experience helps to create a new type of circuit. What will your brain be like when you graduate?